How's it gaming? I'm PhilInTheBlanks. Welcome back to Turnabout Big Top. We are finally at the second and final trial day, December 30th. Wow, this whole thing takes place in between Christmas and New Year's. To me, that's such like a nebulous, weird no man's land of time of the year where like nothing really happens, but I guess in the Ace Attorney universe it certainly does. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Tee-hee. Oh, that must be Regina? Yeah. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Oh, I think that's actually really cute that she remembers that he needs a glass of milk before performing. Regina. How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that. So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya! Hey, Mo. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to ya, governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attack in the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms like higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh, it's even nice that Mo will do it. Because, like, Mo doesn't like Max, but it's cute that he remembers and is like, this is still what he needs. Like, I don't know. Oh my, thanks. So how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Damn, they'll straight up accuse him right here. Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you gonna do then? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. And for the most part, that's true. I think you only need to press, I think, once at the beginning of this trial. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of it is evidence-based instead. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her to court, her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way for her to realize what's actually happening. Thankfully, most of this part doesn't have Max or Trilo. I've been recording this almost all day, so my voice is starting to really strain with the like deeper, like gravelly characters. So I'm glad that for most parts, just the judge, and he's not really a problem. So I can rest a little bit. I'm actually just going to take a quick drink of water to soothe my jangled throat. There we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Ms. Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe, yeah, Phoenix and I think alike. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. I love how the birds are there too. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you at the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. He's very calm. He's got very few gimmicks the way a lot of other characters in these games do. Like, he's just like a calm guy. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Ms. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. What I witnessed. It was just after 10, I was resting in my bed, okay? So we'll press a little bit here. I think this is the one we need to press. I have an idea of what the contradiction is here, but I don't think presenting the thing will help, so... You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright sometimes they can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Oh, ... doesn't even answer? Or is he just thinking? Oh, I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Haha, sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Okay. What I'm thinking, so it's I saw him from behind. But that's who it looked like. That's not proof. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses in the front. Well, that explains that at least. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with that latest bit of testimony? Yes, there is a contradiction. Where's the hat? There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
Objection!
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? The hat. Your claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. This episode is just Phoenix Wright just harassing a paraplegic, so... That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order!
Objection!
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? He has a grudge against Mac. Acro's dreaming. Acro's the real culprit. I really don't want to push that early. He has a grudge against Max. Perhaps it is because Acro has a grudge against... Wait, does he? No, he has a grudge against Regina. Perhaps it is because Acro has a grudge against the defendant, which is why he's trying to frame Max. Ow! Why me? What did I do? Never get your fat head in the way of a whip bent on finding justice. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have no interest in your silly little theories. He has a grudge against the defendant, huh? You wouldn't happen to have proof of that? Oh, I don't think I do. Well, that's the thing. Mr. Wright, thanks to you, I got my head lashed by Miss Von Karma's whip. I don't know, Judge, maybe you should do something about that. I don't like getting hit for nothing, so how about you answer with an explanation? Are you okay, Nick? Oh, wow, I'm surprised I don't get, penalized. Acro's dreaming. We know that's not it, so I guess Acro's the real culprit. I didn't think it was this early in the thing. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He is calm enough for it to almost be scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dignan, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up on myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things... See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. Why is there children watching this? Or an adult calling someone a poopy head? See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he did? Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think this is one of the very first times when you're supposed to back off a little bit. It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good, not good. This is gonna end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. Oh, sorry, did not have one. I understand, Your Honor. Ugh. Very well, let's continue. Who perchance would happen to be Acro's accomplice? Muddy the Monkey! I'm pretty sure that the first time I played this game, that was my mind going through it. You don't say. Uh-oh. This is suddenly looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? Oh, did you hear? Oh. Okay, yeah. I thought it was just repeating. It sounded like it was just kind of going to a loop. What a splendid accomplice. I'm sure this accusation is built on a solid foundation. Foundation? Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice? He took shiny things. Oh, the ring's not even in my thing anymore. Crap. No, I'm not on the right track. I'm purposely just doing this. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty. Arg. What are you doing, Nick? Yes, he did have, he did not have an accomplice. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one, even though you just did. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? He was in his room, because he honestly could not leave. That part's true. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Whee! But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? This, if you really, like, it's... I feel it's sort of thrown in there, this piece of evidence, but it's the bust, because it looks exactly like Max.
Take that!
What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! Ooh, he's getting serious. See? This is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. I love they word it like that. They know what they're doing. It's so funny. Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. And we saw like a lot of like workout stuff in his room too. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. Well, itchy well. Ow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. A ruse? Was it a ruse? I think I mispronounced that. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. Good point. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? I mean, you always win, so clearly in the end he does see things your way. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. Ugh, that woman will sink to any low to win a case. Being kind to a disabled man? How low can you go? Anyways, we'll read that testimony next time. I'm PhilInTheBlanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.